I'm Jake Duvall Early, and this is my second video journal. So this week I've actually had the chance to video myself a couple times, several times actually, and watch these back more. I've been trying to decide what pieces to perform for a video I'm sending in to a playhouse for summer work. And so I've been videotaping myself doing mainly songs and watching them back. And one big thing I noticed about those, I didn't notice so much in the video journals, but is I'm doing the thing that used to be like my ism that they would that I would get told a lot by directors, which is putting my head up in the air and kind of like looking down over my face, and I still noticed I was doing that a little bit in the songs, not so much when I was acting, but when I was singing. So I'm paying special attention to that. Also, I've been rehearsing with both groups for the Glass Menagerie scene, both for the one that I'm directing and the one that Candace and I are playing the roles in. And we've gotten together, we've broken it into beats, and we've worked on the lines, and we're doing the staging tonight actually. And this week I've been working on putting in the tactics and objectives, and I'm just having real trouble with that. I mean, I've always had real trouble with that, just finding testable words, because every time I feel like I find something that works for the situation, it's not really directly testable to the other person. And I feel like if I were to find things that would work like that, it would have to be like a different tactic for every line, because I mean a chunk of the script isn't always, it may be direct for one character, but the other character is more or less responding. And a lot of what Jim does is respond. He's kind of trying to coax Laura out of her shell, but he's also just kind of responding a lot to what she says. And he asks a lot of his things are questions leading off of what she tells him. So that's sometimes kind of hard to figure out. What else? I guess with the scene that we worked on in class on Monday, I really enjoyed that, working or getting to observe both sides of that. I never, with SMAT or anything, have I worked with a 3-camera setup like that, and it is really fast paced. Uh, we're working on marking the camera blocking for the scenes now, and it's really hard to come up with ways to keep it interesting without being frantic and hectic, because if you have so many cuts, I mean, it's nonstop. Even hearing when we were doing the short scenes, how fast the director was telling the cameras to switch, and having time for each camera to get focused, and heaven forbid if they wanted to have because I would love to do like a tracking shot, or a couple tracking shots, because we have the ability to move the camera podiums, or not podiums, but yeah. So that's about it for this week. So this is the part of the show where I say what I hated about myself on camera this week. The biggest thing I notice is that I look to the side, and when I say something, I make a point, and I like do a head thing, or I like turn my head, and like, what I'm talking about. So I noticed I did that a lot. Also, I noticed that I just kind of talk this way, and I tend to look over one side as I'm talking rather than looking directly at the camera. Also, overall it seems unnatural watching me on video. I don't know how to make that more natural, because I feel like I'm being natural, but I never really feel natural talking, so I don't know really. I notice something's off. I don't know exactly how to word it. Also, at the end, I'm always really apprehensive. I'm like, I think it's the end. I think, yeah, maybe. So I'm gonna stop doing that too. This is the end.